So I grew up in the 80s, and in the mid 80s, the Monkees came back on television. Just watched a ton of it as a kid, and thinking it was poppy music and it was a funny kid show, so it kind of was something I enjoyed. And so I always, again, liked it. So, I mean, there was that level of interest. But then in terms of my research, and there's kind of a thread of my research going from my dissertation all the way to the stuff that I'm doing now, looks at how, from an editing perspective, how you can assemble a show in a particular way to connect with an audience. Obviously that was for entertainment purposes, but some research in that area looks at, all right, well, how do we use that technique? How do we elicit this engagement with the audience so that people will engage in healthier behaviors or have some type of pro-social response? Maybe it's making a donation, maybe it's serving the community, that sort of thing. So again, it was fun for me just to kind of have that thread from my childhood to how I make a living now, I suppose. The most interesting research project, I would say, that probably happened about 2 years ago, and the project was looking at a website that was a visual graphic display of climate change projection data. So you're talking about data that is projecting what's going to happen 10 years, 50, 100 years down the road, again, based on projection models from climate change. What was most interesting about it was one of the collaborators on that piece was a NASA scientist. So I never thought, again, I would have a piece that would have my name, Texas Tech, along with another person whose affiliation was NASA. It was just kind of unusual and unexpected. The most rewarding part is, again, seeing some type of connection with a student. So it might be in a classroom, a student who gets an internship opportunity or learns some type of skill that they're able to take into their career field. And sometimes that's more immediate than others. Sometimes it may be several years down the road before a student comes back and says, hey, you remember that thing that I learned in your class? Well, that came in handy.